Hey gang, Sean here with Sean at Unvanters. I guess you clicked on this video because you're interested in the Kuat Pivot V2 or the Kuat NV Base 2.0. For me, the reason I was started to get interested in this product is I was looking for the right setup to have our bikes mounted on our adventure van with our storage box in the back. Originally, I had the Owl bike carrier that was on top of another box, and it was just a little too high for me to reach consistently with my e-bikes, and plus I wanted the extra storage. So I started to think about what other options do I have, and a Swingout was what I wanted. The big difference is, does it clear my boxes when it's mounted? We're going to find out. If you're just interested in a bike carrier, awesome. Watch this video. I'll give you my honest review. We're going to unpack it together, kind of put it together and see how it works. If you're interested in my channel, my wife and I, we travel around the Pacific Northwest doing adventure videos. We post a video every week. We do product reviews here and there of products that mean something to us. We're not affiliated with anyone. We're just being authentic and trying to share our experiences to help better your experience. So if that's something you're interested in supporting, consider subscribing to our channel. At the very least, I would like a like and a thumbs up. So let's get after this. All right, so these just came in the mail. I haven't even opened them. I don't know if everything's here. We're gonna find out together. So this is the Swingout portion, and they have a passenger and driver side here. This is the passenger side swing, so it's going to go with my boxes, I think, if I did it right. I think that's right. Packing foam, some boxes. It looks fairly standard. Boy, it is heavy though. You got our mount with a heavy duty zip tie tied to it. We got a bag of parts here, some instructions. It looks like this is going to be for the latching mechanism that happens at the end here. Now we have the latch here that goes down. This is what secures it in place for locking. All right, so that was simply painful. That was fairly simply Let's start that again. All right, so that was fairly painless. I just had to mount the lock on, or had to mount this latch down with this latching bolt. And then there's a pinned receiver locking. This is the pin that goes into your receiver, and this is the lock that comes in so they can't steal it. So that's all that's there. I have my own self-locking pins that I use, but this is a nice add-on, so I won't be using this for me because I have my own. I like to keep my own handy, but I will keep this as a backup for sure. Well, let's get the NV Base 2.0 unpacked, then we'll get things cleaned up and we'll kind of figure out if it all goes together well. 1 second. All cleaned up. Had to bring the awning in. Wind's kicking up a little bit here. We don't need any badness to potentially happen. Filming a product review. Let's see what we're looking at here. I really hope this is as assembled as that one was, because that was a piece of cake. So let's see. We're going to get some sticker love again. Welcome to the Kuat family. Some stickers. Oh, I got different stickers than the other one. Interesting. Must level up with this. What's in there? I like stickers. So we have some lockdown straps, some parts. Guess that's some sort of locking action handle. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. And some instructions. This is a tire adapter, so I'm guessing it straps down on the tire. And maybe it's something that you have to use. 20 to 24 inch tires, attachment strap. So I guess if you're using a certain diameter tire, these are what you're going to have to use. Yeah, so hopefully you can kind of see this. You see the mounting arm here. This comes down like this to make it shorter. I guess I can go here, locks in there. So I'm guessing on a child's bike is what that's for. Hopefully I don't have to do that. All right, I'm gonna take a second here just to see what I have to do. So this is an end cap. This is an end cap that goes into here. And you can see from there, it gives you the ability for an Allen key, which is going to be used for locking these tires down later. All right, there you have it. So, wasn't too bad. Bolting opposite directions here. There's a little lever pin there. Extra stuff right now are the smaller tire ones, so like kids' bikes with additional straps for them. And then some additional straps to go down low to replace these if these fail. And then one more locking pin here. Now, I'm going to get a bike down, I'm going to do some cleaning up, and we're going to see whether this actually works. Drum roll, please. Alright gang, ran into our first little snag. So this is a 1.25 inch Hitch receiver or adapter. This is a 2-inch receiver. And I was so excited to get this product because it's been on back order forever that I didn't read the fine print. 2-inch receiver, not an 1.25 inch, or 2-inch mounting point, not 1.25 inch. I can get an adjuster for this, which I'm going to get tomorrow. And then we'll come back and see how this works. That's my fault. Super excited. Thing to note though, remember how I said I wasn't going to use their pin? Well, it turns out their pin fits their system just right, where my standard pin doesn't. So I do have to use their pin. Right now, I think we're going to be okay. So if we go down, we can see our Swingout here, where it will lock in as we go. And then we come back in here, just do a little eyeball math to see how it would go. But let's imagine this being right about there, because that's where the hole lines up. And by my eyes, that's going to work really, really good. So, but we'll find that out tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow, we'll try this out. So to recap where we were yesterday, I accidentally ordered the 1.25 or 1.75 inch receiving mount instead of the 2-inch, actually 1.25 inch mount instead of the 2-inch mount, even though I had the swing away for a 2-inch mount. So I went down to Harbor Freight and bought a little extension. So we're going to figure out how this all sits with the extension and how it all sits without the extension. A couple things to note is when I put this in, I do have to screw down this handle to tighten everything in, and I did have to use their securing pins with blocks. There is a reason why they actually provide that, and there's a cool perk I found. Now here's a cool perk. I didn't even know about this. Many of you that probably look at this go like, I know this. But check this out. There is a lock that locks inside itself for each tire or for each bike. So there's already a built-in lock here that I think is super cool. I had no clue, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's super cool. All right, let's do some math here. Let's figure out what we're looking at. So this extension adds 7 inches to the overall, back distance here, whatever we want to call that, south of the van distance there. The closest part of my box, let's actually go with the box itself, because it's not fair to count my shovels and all that. So we'll go with the box. The closest to my box is 12 inches. If I use the axe as my furthest distance, which it is, it would be 10 inches, which means I technically still have 3 inches to play with here. So I don't need that extension. So the answer is yes. If you have boxes, you will like this setup. It works. It's solid. It's not meant for off-roading, and nor would I take it there. It's just too much abuse. But it's meant to get out on some reasonable trails, forest roads. They'll be bouncing back and forth as you go, but you'll be fine with this. Let's talk about the swing out here. So one thing I noticed is it will be tight for you. So if you have a setup like me with a trasharoo or a spare tire, I have to gain access into here to get that. So if we think about that 7 inches being gone, it's going to make it much tighter. I could still do it. I just have to drop down. So lift the handle, up it goes. It's now ready to swing out. Swing out. Now here's where I got a little bummed, honestly. But don't be bummed. I figured out a solution. I was like, oh no, if I open my box, it's gonna hit. And then I thought, wait a second, hold on. This tilts. And hopefully this is all in frame. I can't quite see. Double check here. Make sure you're in frame there. You are in frame. So now, with this distance, I can open the van door. Now, what to note here is, if I did not have that 7-inch extension tube on, well, it's more than 7 inches, but 7 inches from hole to hole, this wouldn't open all the way and lock in. So if this is a setup that you are considering for a van and you do have boxes, one option is go with the driver's side swing out, which is going to give you more space here to swing out and gain access, especially to your primary door there. That might have been a better option for me, but it is what it is. I'm going to make this work really well. Or get an extension tube, right? You can either put the tube here or into your receiver mount itself and just mount off that, and that'll give you enough space there. With all of that, I hope you found this useful. Once again, we usually just show videos of us traveling around our countryside. We do product review for things that work for us. I'm going to put this thing to test. I'll do a follow-up review later. If you want to know about any of this stuff, visit our channel. Consider liking and subscribing. It's really, it's fun to actually share things that we hope makes a difference in your life. With that, guys, I hope we see you on the dirt.